Let's be real for a second. Have you ever just stopped and thought about the thousands of hours you've poured into old school RuneScape? I mean, beyond getting that new cape or finally hitting a 99, what if all that clicking, all that grinding, was actually job training in disguise? Today, we're going to look at how that relentless grind might just be the most valuable and seriously unconventional career prep you've ever had. It's a pretty wild thought, right? The idea that every single ore you've mined, or every potion you've meticulously mixed, has been secretly building your real-world resume. Well, that's exactly what we're diving into. We're going to see how the skills you've mastered in Geelanor can translate, sometimes almost scarily directly, into actual high-paying careers out here in the real world. All right, first up, let's talk about the most obvious ones, the combat stats. But this is so much more than just clicking on monsters, you know? It's about strategy, it's about timing, and it's about an insane dedication to mastering a physical skill. And believe it or not, this stuff lays the groundwork for careers that need both brains and some serious brawn. So think about leveling up your attack skill. It's this long, repetitive process of learning weaknesses, perfecting your timing, and just getting your form down pat. That is the exact same mindset you'd need to be a professional MMA fighter or a martial arts instructor. It's this deep, deep commitment to the craft of combat. Doesn't matter if it's with a dragon scimitar or a pair of 4-ounce gloves. And you know what? The real-world loot can be pretty amazing. Now, look, breaking into the pro fighting scene is tough, no doubt. Entry-level contracts might be in that $20,000 to $100,000 range. But becoming an instructor, that's a much more stable path, often pulling in $40,000 to $80,000 a year. And for the absolute legends at the top, we're talking millions in championship prizes. So how do you even make that jump? Well, the path is actually surprisingly clear. You start by building that base level fitness. You gotta be in shape. Then you find a specialized gym, for something like Muay Thai or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. From there, you start competing in amateur fights to build a record. And if teaching is your thing, you go get certified. Yeah, it's a grind, but hey, you're used to that, right? And it is not just the attack skill. Got 99 strength? That could lead you to a career as a professional strongman, where the top guys are making over $500,000 from sponsorships. A high defense level? That's basically the resume for a bodyguard, a job that can easily pay over 150 grand. And for all you ranged mains out there, professional archers and competitive marksmen can pull in up to $200,000. Okay, so moving on from the thrill of combat, let's get to the absolute foundation of the Geelanor economy, the gatherers. These skills are all about patience, persistence, and just pulling value out of the world around you. This is the real heart of the OSRS grind, and these skills translate into some of the most essential and surprisingly well-paying industries on the planet. Do you remember those endless hours at the Motherlode mine? Just click, wait, click, find the vein, manage your inventory, over and over? Well, that is basically the digital version of being a mining engineer or a heavy equipment operator. It's really tough work, often in the middle of nowhere, but it is absolutely essential to how our world runs. And the reward for all that hard work? It's huge. Experienced operators and engineers can easily earn upwards of $150,000 a year, especially when you factor in overtime. That's a whole lot of real-world GP. The path to get into this field is really structured, and it's all about safety first. It usually starts with mandatory certifications, like MSHA safety training. After that, you can get your foot in the door with an entry-level job and just work your way up. Or you could fast-track your career by going to a vocational program or getting an engineering degree. And the other gathering skills are just as solid. A 99 in woodcutting could set you up to be an arborist. That's a tree surgeon, making up to 90 grand a year. And fishing? Man, commercial fishing is one of the most dangerous jobs out there, but the payoff can be insane. Some fishermen, especially up in places like Alaska, can clear over $200,000 in just one good season. All right, so from gathering the raw materials, we move on to the artisans. These are the skills that are all about taking that raw stuff and turning it into something new, something valuable. This is where precision, deep knowledge, and a little creativity all come together to literally forge a career. Okay, so some of these artisan skills are kind of obvious, right? Smithing becomes welding, cooking becomes being a chef. That makes sense. But what about a skill like herb lore? I mean, you're just mixing weeds in vials of water. Could that possibly lead to a serious high-paying career? Oh, absolutely. The real-world version of a master of herb lore is a pharmacist. Think about it. It's the exact same principle. You're precisely combining specific ingredients to create compounds that have a very specific desired effect on the human body. One just happens to heal hit points, and the other one heals actual people. And the potential here is just incredible. A career in pharmacy isn't just respected and stable, it is incredibly rewarding financially. We're talking average salaries that start at over $120,000, all from mastering your potions. Now look, the grind for this one is academic. It's a whole other level. It takes a bachelor's degree, followed by a super intense 4-year Doctor of Pharmacy, or PharmD program. Just like getting 99 herb lore, it requires a massive investment of time and, yeah, money. But the payoff is a stable, respected career for life. The other artisan skills totally hold up too. Smithing is a direct line to welding, which is a trade where really skilled fabricators can easily break 6 figures. A 99 in cooking could absolutely put you on the path to becoming an executive chef. And my personal favorite? Rune crafting. That slow, meticulous skill of imbuing items with power, it's the perfect parallel for a materials scientist, a career that's literally at the forefront of creating the future. And finally, we get to the specialists. These are the skills that feel the most, well, gamey, right? The ones you think have absolutely no place in the real world. But this is where we find some of the coolest, most modern, and honestly, some of the highest paying jobs out there. Let's talk about thieving. Yeah, thieving. In the game, you're pickpocketing nights and cracking open safes. In the real world, that exact skill set, understanding systems, finding their weaknesses, and then bypassing security, that's the job of an ethical hacker, or what they call a penetration tester. You literally get paid a ton of money to break into the most secure computer systems in the world, all to help make them even stronger. And here's the best part. This is one of the most in-demand and crazy lucrative fields you can get into right now. Senior penetration testers are commanding salaries well over $200,000. I mean, you are literally turning your ability to pickpocket a paladin into a top-tier cybersecurity career. How cool is that? The path to get there is all about knowledge. You start by teaching yourself the basics of programming and networking. Then you go out and earn key certifications like the CEH or the OSSP to prove you have the skills. You can even start making money right away by finding flaws for companies through bug bounty programs, all before you even land that big corporate gig. And it doesn't even stop there. All those hours you spent running rooftop agility courses, that's basically just training to be a professional stunt performer for movies and TV. It's not only an incredibly thrilling career, but it can also pay up to $200,000 on major film productions. So when you step back from all these direct comparisons, what's the real takeaway here? It's that the core skills you learn in a game like Old School RuneScape are actually universal life skills. They teach you persistence, long-term planning, and how to manage resources. The sheer dedication it takes to get a 99 in anything proves that you can see a difficult, long-term project all the way through to the end. That grind has immense real-world value. So the next time you log in, I want you to ask yourself a question. When you're fletching another 1,000 longbows, or you're running another lap of the Ape Atoll agility course, what career, what real-world skill are you truly training for? The answer might actually blow your mind.